before I let go. Okay, y'all, how y'all doing, y'all? This is Shayz on the mic, and what are we on? Lies, lyrics, or lyrics and lies? Which one is it? Because each day is something different.
It depends on
the day and the time.
Now, with this topic, it depends on whose side are they on music-wise. Are they on the side of the music, or are they clinging to a traditional song and not wanting to let it go? Because if they're clinging to that traditional song and that traditional group, then they are going to say that this episode is a bunch of lies.
It's lies and lyrics, or is it going to be lyrics and lies? We shall see as we go into this topic that we're talking about today. And who else is in the house with me is Mr.
Money Green.
Hey, so Money Green. I've been hearing a lot of stuff on social media. Now, since Beyonce did Coachella, you know she had to hit Frankie Beverly.
She didn't have to.
Well, she did. She felt the need to do this, so she did the Before I Let Go. Now, she didn't do the whole song. She did, the first part of it, and then she went into her own little thing, which came out to be another dance craze. All these songs come out these days have to have a dance to it. So I do like that part. But I've been
like that part about what?
I like the part where
what?
The part of the song.
What song?
Before I Let Go.
By whom?
Frankie Beverly.
No.
And the one we're talking about right now is by Beyonce.
That's right.
Now, before we go too far, I don't want the beehive coming after us. But what I want to talk about is that social media, a lot of people are not happy that Beyonce touch this song because they feel like this song is untouchable. You shouldn't be touching this song. It's Frankie Beverly. Nobody can do it. Nobody can sing it like Frankie Beverly. Now, Frankie Beverly can't sing it right now, but back in the day,
Frankie doesn't have a beehive, but he has some type of hive.
Right, because right now, everybody knows Frankie can't sing like he used to, and you know this too. I'm going to leave it there, though, but that's my point.
I'm going to edit some of this out, but go ahead.
Why you editing it out?
I got to save you. I don't want
you can't edit it out. They can come for me. Come for me.
You ain't had to say it twice. You said it one time, and then you came right back and said it like you're going to reiterate it and make like it's like turning a knife on people. Y'all know you really can.
Come for me.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
No more pornographic talk. Keep going.
Okay.
I was talking about climaxing on microphones.
Okay, that was a mistake. Let's not go back there.
Climaxing on.
But anyway.
On his talents. Is that what she said? He climaxed on this.
See how Money Green always
What episode was that?
I don't even remember. I don't recall.
Somebody out there, let us know in the comments.
It was probably one of them cookies you gave me. I probably didn't remember what I was saying.
Shayz on the mic on one of these past shows said somebody was climaxing on their gifts or talents or something. Y'all let us know what that is.
But isn't climaxing going to great heights?
Anyway.
You're going to heights with that.
Go ahead and get into the topic.
Anyway, so Money Green, how do you feel about Beyonce doing Before I Let Go over again? I know this is Coachella and she,
Baychella.
Baychella. And she kind of wanted to tie that into like the theme that she was doing because her theme was almost like a college theme, like a college tour thing to me. That's how I saw it. So what are your thoughts on it? And I don't know if people have said anything or if you heard things on your end, but people on my end are really upset. I even had somebody on Facebook say they was having a cookout and somebody said, if you having a cookout, don't invite me if you going to pay Before I Let Go by that Beyonce because I'm not doing it. What? And I was like, dang, is it that serious? And then somebody said, oh yeah, if you all, I ain't coming either.
Dang.
Make sure, unless you have Frankie Beverly's version. So, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was okay. That is a song that you shouldn't touch. But what are your thoughts and feelings on this topic?
Well, before I give my opinion, and I feel odd because I'm normally the one that gets to force issues on you. I'm normally the person that gets to box you in the corner and pin you down and get some funny reactions. So now the tables have turned and Shayz is putting me on Front Street first. And that's all good. But before we go there, I want to hear some more opinions that you've read on social media or you've heard people say. And then I'm going to give my thoughts. Because I want to hear some more, because there's a lot of backlash.
Well, a lot of people that I've seen on social media that do not appreciate that Beyonce did the song over. They felt that she shouldn't have touched it. Even had a conversation at a cookout a couple of weeks ago about it. Somebody brought it up, and they was like, there's some songs you do not touch. There's songs you don't touch. Even though we know she was, I think, paying homage to him, but they still felt that song should not be touched, and she shouldn't have did it, and that she didn't do justice. They was like the only part that they liked was the part where she had the dance instructions. That's what they called it, the dance instructions on that part where to the left, whatever the words of that. They said that was cool, but the other part wasn't.
So it turns out that most people who like the original don't like the remake.
They don't like the remake. They only like that part, the end part. Leave out before I let go.
Yeah, but many don't like that.
Right, leave out before I let go. Just do the other part. You don't need before I let go to do that part.
And there's a mix toward the end with Cameo.
I like that part. I thought that was.
What is that, Candy?
That was Candy.
Just like candy.
I thought that was kind of cool. But I mean.
And then they asked Frankie Beverly what he felt about it. And he said he's cool with it. He's honored about it, and he just found out about it, and it's cool with him, and he likes what Beyonce did. And many people are saying he's supposed to say that because he's Frankie. He's supposed to take the high road or whatever.
And he's getting paid from that.
And he's definitely getting paid in a major way.
So let me ask you: did she say he said he didn't know? He had to know to give her permission to do that.
Right. That's true. Unless he doesn't own the rights to the music.
And then that's another thing.
Yeah, which we really don't know.
We'll find that out later.
And we don't have our researchers. We got to get our people back. But what do I think about it? Now, and one more side note. This is a song that became very popular in the early 80s. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of a theme song for
all the cookouts,
parties, wedding receptions, all black events. Whenever you have a tad bit of dancing or people being upbeat and in good spirits, they play this song. And as soon as the intro comes on, the DJ will cut that music off, and you hear, or the volume down, and you hear the entire crowd say, whoa, whoa, and everybody putting their drinks down, running to the dance floor.
Yes, you got that right. That's true.
So what does Money Green think about this? So I heard the backlash before I heard the song. And the backlash, now understand the backlash. Okay, so I originally read somewhere, and I wish I could quote the source, but they said this song was originally a Destiny's Child song. I'm not sure how much truth there is to this. They said this was originally recorded for Destiny's Child, and it was never used. So Beyonce was like, look, nobody's using it. I'm going to go ahead and just throw it on here. Now, just a little side note, that's something to think about. You have a traditional song being replayed, and I really can't stand remakes. It's rare that I hear a song remade that I actually like. So I read the backlash, heard people pissed off about it, seen a lot of debates going on about it. And I finally played it. And I played it like right when the backlash happened, right when it was released, so it's not like it was a lot of time in here. But I enjoyed this song. It's not my favorite song, but it's not my favorite Frankie Beverly song. It's probably not even in my top 10 of Frankie Beverly songs. So I had to say that because I'm somewhat detached from it. Now, if someone would make a remake Happy Feelings or
Southern Girl
or some of these other songs that have, I guess, more importance to me, then I'd, be more skeptical. But I wasn't real skeptical, and I also like when people, if they are to do a remake, that it doesn't sound like the original. And I think she did just enough to make it different from the original. It has a new school appeal to it, so not even a 90s appeal, not even an 80s, not a 90s, not a 2000 appeal. It's a 2020 appeal to it. Upbeat, sounds mechanical, whereas Frankie got
a little
live.
go-go in the back.
I don't know about that.
It's a little, well, I won't say go-go. What's that? It's got a little, what do they call the bands in the college? That college band sound.
Well, that's it.
The college band, so dun-dun-dun-dun. So that's in the background.
But it's not live like the rest of the songs on that album. The album is a bomb. I don't even want to talk about the album. Beyonce destroys. I wish I were in the audience for this live album. She destroys everything. I think this song is the only one that's not live. And I believe it's the last one on the album. Beyonce totally destroyed that CD. This is one of the best live albums I've heard. Easily top 10. When you first heard, easily top 10 live albums. And I don't care. I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat for that. Nevertheless.
Not from the Beehive.
Oh, no, not the Beehive. They should be good. The Beehive. Beyonce did her thing. And like I say, it's different. So I can listen to it and not feel offended or be upset that she remade it. I can actually like both. Now, if I'm going to put one in, I'm going to put in Frankie's version if I'm looking for that particular song. But if I hear Beyonce's version, I'm cool with it. And I was at the ATM money machine, actually making a deposit this day. And somebody drove by playing Beyonce's version of Before I Let Go, and he had it turned up. And that's when I really formed my opinion of it, because as he drove by, it sounded good in his car, and it had a nice summer feeling to it. It had a daytime feel to it. Whereas Frankie's, it always makes me feel like a club, like I'm at a nightclub or something, and partying at night and getting drunk and everything. Beyonce's made me feel a little happier with sunlight. It was like a more of a daytime thing, and I don't know, that's just something in my subconscious. But when I heard that music being played from that car, I said, I get it now. I get it. It's definitely something for younger listeners, and if you're older, you can jump on it if you want and enjoy it if you want, but younger people really enjoy it, and it's bringing younger people to Frankie Beverly, or Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. So Frankie's getting a new audience from it. So a lot of times older people get upset and say that younger people don't pay homage, they don't do their homework. Well, Beyonce just gave people a bridge from the young to the older and saying, all right, well, if they don't listen to enough of this older music, let me remake this. And now people are going to hear the name Frankie Beverly over and over again, and now they're going to be more open to it. Beyonce remaking Frankie Beverly? He's worthy of being remade? Who is he? All right, but let me go back and check his catalog out. And then they're going to hear Join Pain. They're going to hear You, Come On, I Got You. They're going to hear all these other songs, and maybe they'll develop an affinity for his music.
That's his word for today, y'all, because he has to give one word.
Right. Affinity.
One big word. For
not infinity, but affinity.
I think
a loving and liking.
Before,
and I'll come up with another word later. But job well done to Beyonce.
I think that some people don't like change. There's so many songs that have been remade, and maybe not in the entirety.
And I don't like most of them.
People use parts of the song in their new song. It's like I think me and you spoke about this in another episode about Shawnee's song. Chris Brown brought I Like Your Smile back. People who in our age know that's Shawnee's song.
Right.
But the new generation don't know that. Flex Alexander was on D.L. Hughley, and they mentioned that, you know, Chris Brown brought that back out. You know, she
Right.
getting some money from that because that is her song.
Right.
You know, and when I first heard it, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris Brown's version is cute, but I like Shawnee's version.
But Shawnee's songs bangs.
Yeah,
bangs.
it was a good song. This song with Frankie Beverly and Beyonce, I agree with you to a point. My favorite part is the end part, where, you know, the dance part where you giving the directions of what to do. I like songs like that. I like that she came up with that concept to do for the song. Instead of her doing the whole song, I'm gonna introduce you to him, and I'm gonna introduce you to a little cameo in there, and bam, we're gonna give y'all a little something to dance to, do a little. We all can join in and do this dance, even though I'm still learning it, and then do to slow it down just a little bit so I can learn, you know, the steps a little bit more. But anyway, that you're also able to learn steps, and she also spinned it off into her own song. I mean, she gave you a little Frankie, but she brought it back to Beyonce.
Yeah.
This is who she is.
Yeah, she put a mark on it.
But I just wanted to bring this up because I've heard so much about it. I think I'm in a place with you with, it do make you feel like a song that you would hear at a picnic in the daytime. It's like, it's something about it that has that air on the song that, oh, this is something you want to, you know, it puts me in a place of summertime with Will Smith. Because in your mind, you can see it. Like when Will Smith is telling you what's going on in the summertime, you know, when it brings up nostalgia, when he's talking about, you know, guys are at the basketball, you know, playing basketball. The guys is washing their car down. I mean, it gives you all that he's saying. You can see it.
Girls in sundresses.
Girl in sundresses.
That's my favorite verse from the Will Smith version.
I know you.
Woman in sundresses.
So you can kind of see that. You can picture it and imagine it. And just like this song, even though you're not picturing, you can picture the feeling of what that song represents to you. So I think what you said is on point. Even though it was my turn, y'all, to put him on blast. Because, you know, he always gets me. So I had to get him this time. So is there anything else you want to add to the Beyonce versus Frankie, or Frankie versus Beyonce?
Yeah, it's really not a versus, but I appreciate them both. And of course, I've been a Frankie Beverly fan since I was little.
Me too.
But Beyonce, once again, she showed her ass. Yeah. She showed her ass, not just on this song, but the album. Yeah. And I think I'm not even gonna say I think, I know, a lot of people just don't like Beyonce. You know, I don't care what she does, they don't like her. And haters are gonna hate. That's just how it is. But the girl is bad, and I have a better debate. So right now, we're not really talking about Frankie versus Beyonce. I mean, it comes across that way to some people, but it's more of what's up with this version
versus that version,
and compared to the other version.
Right.
How do you feel about this Beyonce version? It's more of that. It's really not a comparison because they're two different styles. One is live with all these classic, these musicians just kick ass, and then you got Beyonce as a solo artist doing her thing. And I think this is a studio song, you know, and I think they may have incorporated some of the band effect from the group. I think it was FAMU. Shout out to the HBCUs. Something else Beyonce did indirectly, this HBCU funk. Shout out to that. Morgan State representing. Shout out to Howard, all these other places, FAMU, Tennessee State, Norfolk State, and North Carolina Central. Oh, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
But still Morgan State up in here. Morgan State up in here representing. But people genuinely don't like Beyonce, and they're not going to like anything she does. But some of them are tapping their feet to the side. They don't want anybody to see it. Or if their kids are playing it, they're in the next room enjoying it. The kids come in the room, they're going to frown. When are you going to turn that Beyonce? I hate that song. Frankie, put the Frankie on. As soon as the kids turn around, they bobbing their head again. They don't want people to know.
And how you do that dance again? What? To the middle, to the left, to the right? What you talking about?
So where can they see that video, the Beyonce tutorial of how to dance to this song?
I really don't know. It is what it I've been looking for one, but I want to give a shout out to KP's daughter.
Okay.
Capri.
Capri.
Capri's, if you go to her page, Capri Corner, she does the thing.
Capri
she
with
got Capri with a K.
Capri with a K on YouTube.
She does
Capri's
her
Corner.
thing. She bring at the end of it, a friend of hers come in and they do the little dance together.
Okay.
It's really good. Maybe we'll add her at the bottom of our page.
Add a link to
her
to the video.
I have to give a shout out. She did her thing, so I'm gonna have to get her so she can slow it down for me, so I can try to get it a little bit.
That's cool.
But I want to say one more thing before we wrap it up. I think that it's always, and sometimes it's not always a good light or a bad light, but I think it's always good to show the people who came before us, who opened the doors before us, to come back and pay homage to them in some kind of way. Because a lot of these artists wouldn't be here without the people who came before. And that's why these young artists use so many tracks, or so, what are the words they call it? Samples. They do a lot of sampling of old music, because old music, that's some good music. So
soul music,
it's soul music, and it hits you in a place.
Yeah.
That R&B. I mean, the words, it puts you in a place. Anytime you hear R&B song, a 90s was the year. It puts you in a place. When I hear Tony Terry's "When I'm With You," that puts me in a place in the summertime. And I won't go anywhere because Money Green know where I'm going with that, but we're going to leave that right there. I wasn't saying it for that reason.
I didn't tell you.
I was just making a point.
I didn't know what you meant.
So my thing is, I think it's always good to bring in artists back in the day, and also bring it back to the young people who don't know about that music. Give them a little insight on, Frankie Beverly. Let me check out what Frankie Beverly got, what his music is about. Let me listen to some of his stuff. I introduce a lot of old music to my son, and he really appreciates it. He starts to see where his songs come from.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I know a good example too. I was thinking about Snoop. When Snoop's first song was Deep Cover, which is really a Dr. Dre song with Snoop. That's the world's first introduction to Snoop. Deep Cover, and you don't stop, 'cause it's 187 on an undercover cop. That's the edited version. Well, about 7-8 years later, Fat Joe and Big Pun came out with a version. I immediately hated. I hadn't even heard it. I was like, I don't want to hear it. Why would they remake that? This song just a few years old. Why would Fat Joe and Big Pun, why did they just create their own song or whatever? They took the same music and everything. If you hear it, it's better than the original. It is so good. Big Pun he has like a machine gun full of lyrics, and he just busting them off at everybody. And he has a famous verse down in the middle of Little Italy verse. But it just riddles everything. But in the beginning of the video, it's Snoop. So it's like Snoop is saying, oh no, you gotta be cool with this, because these are my homies, and the song is tight. It's called Twins, Twinz. That was the group of Big Pun and Fat Joe. Twins, Deep Cover 98 is the name of the song. And I'm like, come on now, get out of here with that. But Snoop's in the beginning. I'm a Snoop fan, so when I saw that, I eased back a little bit. I'm like, damn, what Snoop condones it. Then I heard the song, I was like, damn, they bodied that song. Is better than the original. So some of the people, like I said, I was originally hating without even hearing it. Even if I heard it, I probably would have hated. But Snoop made me feel better about it. And then just hearing this lyrical onslaught, and I like lyrics, I said, okay, I feel better about that too. But some of these Beyonce fans, haters, Beyonce haters, they just want to hate, period. Or Frankie Beverly lovers and Maze lovers. They just gonna hate anybody that remakes anything. And I've heard some other people that remade Frankie Beverly songs, but they didn't get any, they weren't real popular. They didn't really gain any ground.
No.
So Beyonce is big enough, can I just get, grant or put a lot of, energy and power behind it and get a lot of following behind it. But now she got people looking at Frankie. Now she's putting his name in highlights. So big ups to her.
Well, she did a good job, because she started everybody's talking, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So when that song came out, so she got what she wanted. Whoever you are, whatever you do, you're going to have haters. You have people who like you, you're going to have haters. You have people who's never going to like you, you know. But as music lovers, we need to give each generation a chance to express themselves. My thing is, when you express yourself and you using somebody else's music, you're not doing it because sometimes you're not doing it just to rip off the song. Sometimes you're doing it because you're giving love back to that genre of music or to that person, and you want to create it in your own way, which I think that can be good. Sometimes it doesn't always turn out good. Sometimes it does. But let's give the young people a chance to express themselves in whatever way they need to do so. Beyonce, because you made this song, you made it to Lyrics and Lies. So we want to thank Beyonce. We also want to thank that Frankie Beverly and Maze, or Frankie Beverly featuring Maze.
And I think just by us mentioning Beyonce, that Beyonce's gonna blow up.
Right, and that's what happens. The conversation starts and everybody blows her up.
Yeah, so.
All right, so that's all we have for today, y'all. And I'm Shayz on the mic. Please,
Go ahead.
Please like, subscribe, and hit that button.
That's all you want to do? Go to Lyrics and Lies or at Lyrics and Lies and subscribe. Y'all can clap your hands at the same time. And on IG, it's at Shayz on the mic, SHAYZ _ between each word. And I'm your boy Money Green. And y'all make me happy just by tuning in, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all really make me happy. And I have no more words. I'm done. I'm flustered and flabbergasted.